Welcome to the 7th episode of the Critical Podcast. My name is Ryan, and this is Jayden.
Hello.
Hello. In today's episode, we don't really know what to talk about, but we'll find something.
We rewatched some stuff, and we had some disagreements on some things, so we'll get into that. But I think a new trailer came out for a movie that we've talked about almost every episode that we're very anticipated for.
The Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
Yeah, so I haven't seen it yet because I don't know. Usually I don't watch trailers for movies. I might cave in and watch this one because I feel like for FNAF it doesn't really matter too much. But I haven't seen it. But feel free to talk about it.
It's a horrible
talk about whatever you
mindset,
want,
bro. You gotta watch movies to get you hyped, or it's the trailers to get you hyped.
Yeah, but in Across the Spider-Verse, Miles, the biggest line and scene in the movies in the trailer, The Flash showed the whole movie, Blue Beetle showed the whole movie in the trailer. And then, not to mention, the TMNT and Talk to Me trailers just didn't do justice for how good those movies were. So you can never judge a trailer based off of a movie, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I just typically don't watch them. And I love going in the movies, like not expecting or knowing anything at all that's going to happen. And it was like, I'm really glad I did that for Across the Spider-Verse because like finding out Miles was the anomaly and everything and just that whole canon event, it was amazing. Like I literally I had no hope that movie was going to be better than the first one. And then I was blown away.
Yes, that's a 10 out of 10 movie for me. But the FNAF movie trailer, remember how I made a video on how I was concerned from the first trailer?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, now I'd make a 10-hour video about my concerns.
Because, oh, God. Get right into it. Let's hear them.
Well, a lot of people have been praising this trailer. Well, actually, I just seen the FNAF people praising it, of course, like Daco and FNAF. Actually, I haven't watched Daco, but so this, it kind of worried me. It showed a scare at the beginning. I don't know how much I can say in front of you. Like, do you really care for spoilers for the trailer?
Just don't say who dies, but you can say,
It's not
whatever.
Like an important character. I said that already.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You just talk about whatever. You're good. You're good.
All right. So the people who are like breaking into the.
Yeah, I'm assuming all of them get slaughtered at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, you already assumed that, right? So that's what happens. They pretty much show that indeed happens. Maybe not at the beginning of the movie, because there were some more drawn out scenes, but it does happen.
And from what you've said, it doesn't seem scary at all.
No, it does not.
And
look
now,
scary
do you
whatsoever.
think that is because they're hiding? Go on.
It looks so goofy.
Are they hiding the scare factor for the actual movie, or do you think this trailer showed too much? Like, do you think I could watch this?
It didn't show too much.
Okay,
you can watch
so
it.
maybe it just.
There were some scenes where it showed like some big stuff. Like
I saw Spring Bonnie in a few thumbnails, but other than that, was there any?
You saw his full body, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty.
I'm
much.
assuming I'm gonna be really disappointed if you don't think this is gonna happen, but obviously it's gonna. Well, actually, no. This is what happens in the games, right? That suit gets burned, and then that turns into Springtrap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
well, it doesn't get burned. It just decays.
Okay, well, yeah, but I wonder if it was really. I saw the first trailer. The Springtrap shot was really blurry, but you could tell it was like way more decayed than the Spring Bonnie suit. So maybe imagine if we get a time skip in the movie was 2 hours at first. Now it's going to be around 3 hours. Who knows?
That's just not going to happen at all. Or if they do, it would be so silly. If they just had Springtrap just come back to life that quickly. That would be so stupid.
How long do you think the movie's going to be?
Oh, sorry. 3 hours. Didn't they say it would be around 3 hours long?
Yeah, but that was like a few weeks ago, and then like a few days before that, it said it was going to be 2 hours. So who knows?
Maybe like 2 hours and a half. Just take just put them together.
Yeah, I think 3 hours would probably be a little too long for a FNAF movie.
I don't care.
Is there any new?
As long as it's good.
Yeah, as long as it's good, of course. Is there any new Pat or Markiplier in the FNAF movie yet?
No reveals for that.
Jesus.
I don't think they're in the movie.
Do you think from the trailers? Do you think this is going to be one of the? Do you think this is going to be at least in the top 5 of the highest grossing movies of this year?
Top 5? If it's good, yeah. I think it'll make a lot of money if it's actually good, like decent at least. Like if it's a 7 out of 10 or above, then it's gonna make a lot of money. If people are just saying it's really bad, don't go see it. Then it's not gonna make too much money, but it's still gonna make some money. Especially its opening weekend, because nobody's gonna know whether it's good or not. It's gonna make a decent amount of money through that for sure.
Yeah. You want to know what the top 5 highest grossing movies of this year were?
I know Barbie's number 1.
No, the Super Mario Brothers movie is number 1, which you haven't seen. Yeah, and I'm if you like this movie and you're watching, I'm sorry. I never walk out of movie theaters. I have never walked out of a movie theater mid-movie. Like, I'm always there before the trailer starts. I have my popcorn, I have my drink, I pee before, like, I'm there set and ready, and usually if it's bad, I'll still sit through it. But the Super Mario Brothers movie was not for me. Everybody loved it. I guess I'm just a single soul that didn't like it. Maybe I would have liked it had I finished it, but I was just not in the mood to finish that movie. But Super Mario Brothers, number 1. Then Barbie's number 2. And then this movie I didn't particularly enjoy too much, but I still understand why. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is number 3. Mm-hmm. And then number 4 is Oppenheimer. I honestly think Oppenheimer should have been higher.
I didn't think it was going to be 4, but yeah, I think it should be higher.
And then Fast and Furious 10, 5th place.
Was it
Besides, I haven't seen any of the Fast and Furious movies.
Me neither. No, haven't seen one of them. But getting back into FNAF, like. There was this. So basically, if you want, allow me to tell you, then.
What is it? A new character or anything?
No, it's a kill.
Okay, well that's fine.
So basically, Chica's cupcake kills one of the guys. Like the cupcake, Carl.
That she. Oh my god!
And, he's just like eating his neck.
Oh my god.
So yeah, I thought that was pretty goofy, but there was one scene I thought was actually pretty creepy, and guess what? It didn't have red eyes, or they weren't like squinting and angry.
It was the white eyes.
It was white dots.
Yeah,
that was Springtrap, or not Springtrap, but Spring Bonnie, and he was moving out of the shadows, and it's a suit, right? So you can see his actual humanoid movement. So it's actually kind of creepy looking. I'm way too far from my mic. I'm so sorry.
No,
nobody heard that. What I was saying is...
No. Yeah, we heard you. I think, at least.
I mean, it was through Discord probably, but probably not through Audacity. So he was moving out the shadows, holding his knife, and it actually looked creepy because you just saw the white dots in his eyes at first.
Is there anything pointing towards Mike being Michael Afton?
No.
Is there anything?
It's just, it's more things that wants to make me believe he's not. You've got another scene where he's talking to Mike. He's like, yeah, the job, it's a security gig. And he's talking to Mike in person. So that's like, okay, if you're talking to this guy in person, why do you not know he's your father or something?
The dialogue in the first trailer was so bad. It was so bad.
There wasn't much. I don't really think. Well,
whatever. There wasn't much dialogue, but what dialogue was said was awful. The things they said just felt so. It felt like things that would be said in a FNAF video game.
Well, what do you really expect?
I guess.
How would you do it better?
I wouldn't show I wouldn't show the shittiest scenes for the movie for the trailer. I wouldn't show something too revealing, but
Oh my god!
Well, I'm sorry, but if I was making a movie, I would like specifically make a scene still good, but like I would make it having it in mind. Like, all right, this scene's gonna be the trailer. But go on with what you were saying.
Anyways, there was another goofy scene. It was another kill for the. Well, I think it's supposed to be a kill. They didn't get killed in the trailer, but it was supposed to be for a person. One of the people who broke in, and they show you some more rooms that you haven't originally seen. It was like this long hallway, but you can tell it wasn't like the FNAF 1 kind of hallway. It wasn't in a pizzeria. Mm-hmm. It looked like it was a basement.
Was there a basement in any of the games?
Sister location. That's a bunker underground.
Oh yeah. Do you think was there looking to be any sister location things in there?
I don't know. They might try to combine it, so they might put a secret bunker underneath the pizzeria that they find. That could be interesting, but you got like Foxy like running down the hall, but he's not running because his legs are not moving. He's just floating. He's like on wheels or something, and he's just moving down the hall.
Oh my god. What are they doing, man?
I don't know. I'm worried. But then I was watching FNAF, the YouTuber, react to the trailer, and he was like, "Oh my god, this looks so good. Thank you, Stillwell, for making such a good, not Stillwell, Blumhouse for making such a good movie." I was like, you really think that? You know, like
how much better would it have been had A24 picked up the FNAF movie? I think that they probably would have done it better. I haven't seen the movie yet, so I can't say anything, but I'm pretty sure A24's movies with Hereditary, Talk to Me, Midsommar are way better than Blumhouse's. But
A24 didn't make Talk to Me. They just picked it up.
Yeah, you're right. But A24 has made tons of 10 out of 10 stuff.
Horror movies?
Yeah, A24 is the horror movie company. Like
I didn't know much from A24. I haven't heard of their company until the Backrooms thing was announced.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, they're making Backrooms, but Hereditary and Midsommar are two of like the best horror movies of all time. And then obviously they bought Talk to Me, so like they knew it was good. And then they made Beef, which is a show I think is a 10 out of 10. It was so good. But another topic I wanted to bring in. So I don't want to say too much at all because this was wild, but I was telling you a little bit about it earlier. I was on Gideon's live stream, and he downloaded a very naughty, not inappropriate video, but a naughty video about, you know who. I guess for the viewers, how can I put this? The Maverick guy, you know who I'm talking about.
LP.
But he was trying to watch a live stream. Not a live stream. It was a video. And then it was like a smaller channel had posted it, so not a lot of views. And he was just, Gideon. He's always trying to argue. Like, he usually starts stuff. I don't think he really starts things, but if things do get started, he kind of takes it over the top. So all the type of videos related to LP in this situation get taken down. So obviously, while he was trying to live stream it, the video gets taken down. He downloads it, and then he tries streaming it. And then his stream gets taken. He starts streaming 3 different times. His stream gets taken down 3 different times, and he has to switch rooms because he even said on stream his internet never goes out because obviously they're gonna have perfect internet. But yeah, he was talking about his internet never goes out, and YouTube took his stream down 3 times, and then he went to start streaming on Rumble, and it was perfectly fine. He watched the video.
That's
I was trying to.
That's
I'm sorry
scary shit.
Yeah, dude, it was wild. But on more context I could talk about this. Logan Paul is doing a fight with Dylan Dennis. I'm not sure if you know who he is, but Logan is every few years he just decides to box randomly for some reason. But he's fighting a guy, and Logan Paul just recently got married to this girl, and every day Dylan Dennis, the guy who he's about the box, is posting. He used to date the girl he's marrying, I believe. So he's posting like 10 different pictures a day with her with different guys because she's like a model. So she's literally been with like hundreds of people. And he uploaded awful videos of her saying awful, just horny, terrible stuff. And it's just, oh my God, it's a whole thing. I wasn't interested at the fight at first because it was like, oh, Logan Paul, I don't give a shit. But like after seeing all this drama and like all this stuff going on, I'm really interested to see who's going to win this fight.
I haven't watched like any of the fights, the YouTuber fight stuff.
Yeah, I mean, did you see didn't they have like a creator clash where like every YouTuber had like a boxing match or something?
I don't know. I don't know why that's so popular now. How did that start?
It definitely started with the Logan Paul and KSI fight.
Yeah, that's the first one I've heard.
I remember when it came out, it was hype, and I tried tuning into it, and it was just like nothing special. You know, it's just two rookies. But, you know, it's been years. They've probably gotten better. They'd obviously beat the shit out of us. I'm not saying, you know, they're weak or anything. How many of us do you think it would take to take down the Paul brothers?
The brothers?
Yeah, like how many pairs of us would need to take down the Paul brothers?
So like clones of us.
I think you think we would need 4 of us or 6 of us?
Wait, okay, well I'm trying to specify. You mean like clones of us? Like
yeah, like exactly us. Like
okay,
you know, pairs of us.
4.
Yeah, I think
Just one more.
We'd have that fight easily. There was something you were asking me. You recently made a Letterboxd, so you wanted to talk about some of our top 5. What do you want to do? Top 5
I think I know
movies?
My top 5 movies. Of course,
Yeah,
like I
well,
forget I watched some movies. And I'm like, oh yeah, that was a great movie.
Mm-hmm.
But
when you open other tabs, it doesn't minimize your camera, right?
I don't know.
Or like turn on. All right, I should be good. All right, hit me with your number 1.
So my number 1 is The Incredibles.
Interesting pick. And The Incredibles is definitely a good movie, but I find it hard to believe you put it over movies.
It is so good. It is so timeless. It is such a masterpiece.
Incredibles 2?
Yes, I've watched... No, Incredibles 2? What?
Do you like Incredibles 2?
Incredibles 2 is alright. It was a good sequel, but like it wasn't too special.
My number 1... I have to think about this. All right. Maybe this is recency bias, but I'm going to say, I don't know. I'm just going to go with TMNT Mutant Mayhem for my number 1. It's probably recency bias, but that movie was amazing. I loved it so much. It was the one little, that's about a 9.5 for me because I like the direction they went with the way the Turtles were done, but I don't think it's, I'm glad they did their own thing and I liked what they did, but it's not really like accurate to how any of the Turtles actually act in like the shows and the comics and whatnot. But I loved everything about the movie. I enjoyed it the whole time. But yeah, it's most likely recency bias. But yeah, I love the TMNT movie.
I wouldn't put it that high. Your favorite movie? Like, what's another good movie you like? You liked it more than...
My number 2 is Across the Spider-Verse.
Okay,
they're like fair. At the same level with me. If Across the Spider-Verse had a better ending, then I believe it would probably be over TMNT.
It's hard to believe that Across the Spider-Verse is your second, too, because you talk about that ending so much. You really don't like it.
Yeah, I know. I rewatched it with one of our friends the other day. We rewatched it the other day, and both of you found not too much wrong with the ending. But you want to get into the ending of Across the Spider-Verse? Because we can get into the ending of Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, we can get into that. It was perfectly fine.
All right. Do you want me to start getting into what I don't like about it, or do you want to start off with what you like about it?
Well, there was nothing I disliked about it. Of course, yeah, there could have been a more conclusive ending, but I'm fine with the cliffhanger ending. It just gets me more excited for the next movie, and I think it sets up a great villain. And while it doesn't show us more of him, then I'm just more excited to see it. It wasn't like a, oh, come on, you know. It was just got me way more excited, and all the stuff leading up to it. You say like the 20 minutes at the end was all bad. I don't think so.
All right. Do you want?
Go ahead.
Can I?
Go ahead.
Oh no. Is there anything you want to keep? If I'm sorry, I shouldn't have interrupted. If you need to keep saying anything, you can. But I just.
You go ahead.
All right. It's all right. It's so much cool shit and stuff I love that's going on, and it just ends. Let me further explain. The movie's obviously it's basically a 10 out of 10. If you don't think if you like the ending and you didn't give the movie a 10 out of 10, then you're a psychopath. But like you said, the last 20 minutes, I think it drags, but all the movie is good. And I feel like so many movies, especially like superhero movies now, try to like spend the entire like third act building up to the next film. And then it's like, okay, in the ending, we see as soon as Miles is swinging through the city, and you get like the animation of the claws from Olivia Octavius from the last movie, and then you see Penny Spider-Ham Noir in the window. Like, you're seeing all this cool stuff coming back, and obviously Miles being in the wrong universe. And then I like Gwen's ending a lot. Like I like her putting together the team by the end.
Mm-hmm.
But it literally spends 20 minutes getting all these ingredients, just stuffing them again, and it's all really good stuff. But they're taking all of this really cool shit, hyping it up, building it up. Like, the movie's been literally fucking blowing my mind frame after frame after frame, and then it literally just ends. Like a wonderful movie, and then it literally just ends. And it's a movie, not a show, so it should somewhat have, I felt like it was all just a trailer for the second movie. I felt it was so pointless.
Trailer? What
the whole last 20 minutes is a trailer for the next movie. It was
not a trailer for the next movie. You had the conclusion.
You had the conclusion.
No, you had the conclusion to the Gwen story, and you had Gwen going to Miles' house and talking with the parents, which was a great scene. I loved it. And while it did hype up the next movie, it was nothing like a trailer. I don't know why you think that was like a trailer. Like,
because
how?
it's all stuff that's just building up for the next movie, and the way it ends is so unsatisfying. It is like one of the most, like, the movie was so good, and it just has the most unsatisfying ending ever. Like, it's building up all this stuff, and it just ends right in the middle of it. I liked the character development of Miles, like the end of the movie, and I get they want to like complete more of his story in the third one, but Miles, I get they wanted to put more of a focus on Gwen in this movie, but Miles is like the main guy. He definitely should have got a somewhat of a better ending than he did, and it was just underwhelming to me. We know it's not going to be the last movie. Like, we know this movie's going to do pretty good in the box office. Like, we already know there's going to be a third one. We somewhat already knew there was going to be a cliffhanger ending. Like, that's why I just felt like it was so pointless. Like, we already know the next movie's coming. I just felt like we didn't need it.
Well, you can't have the movie go on forever. What else could you really do? You could, because you have the hype up with Spot, of course, but that's meant to be a big thing in the third movie, so it's not like they can end that there, because then that would be such a quick ending. And I've loved the build up for Spot so far, and I'm excited to see him in the next movie.
I just thought with all the cool stuff it was showing, I just thought I would it just kept going. Like, it was 20 minutes of just the setting up the next movie, and it goes on, and it's really cool. And I thought we were gonna get like an epic big finale shocker at the end, but like there's nothing big that happens at the end that makes it feel like an ending.
What did you want out of it? How do you think it could have been done better?
I like again, I'm not like a professional writer or anything. Like, it's, if this makes any sense, it's a neat ending. It's a cool idea. I get it, but it just doesn't feel like an ending. Like, I don't know. Maybe just, I don't know. Maybe end it with just cut out all that. Like, I don't know. But I just felt like it should. If they wanted to build up for the next movie, it shouldn't have been the last 20 minutes of the movie, and it definitely shouldn't have just ended. They're bringing back all these familiar faces, all this really amazing stuff, and then it's building up, ramping up. You think you're gonna see something amazing, and then it just ends. And not to mention the spot. I get they're saving the spot for the next movie, but he just disappears. I get 2099 was supposed to be the main villain for this movie, and I'm sure he's probably going to be a big main villain in the next movie. But I feel like we definitely should have got more of a conclusion with Miles in the spot.
You think they should have stretched the movie to 3 hours long?
No, no. I'm just,
or added.
I don't think
added to it. I mean,
I don't think they should have added it at all. I don't think they should have extended the ending at all. I just wish they would have wrapped up Gwen. Like, I just wish they would have wrapped everything up quicker than they did.
Well, I can't really say on why I liked it too much because I just didn't have a problem with it. Like, there's nothing much else to be said. You had a problem with it? I didn't. I thought it was perfectly fine. I'm fine with it.
Like another example, Blue Beetle. You know how they try to like make you care about Ted Kord, and like the last, last basically third act of that movie is them just trying to set up the next movie, and we hated that movie. We didn't care about and for Spider and Across Spider-Verse is the second movie. We already care about these characters and whatnot, but it's just. I respect your opinion, of course. It's fine if you liked it, but I just
because they weren't trying to make us care about anybody. They didn't introduce anybody. They didn't throw anything at us. They had a reveal at the end, of course, but the reveal had a good build up to it with him.
Well, are you
telling
talking about
his mom?
Spider-Verse?
Yeah.
Spider-Man Noir comes back. Spider-Ham comes back. I feel like there was.
They don't come back. They're teased.
Well, yeah, but regardless, they okay. Well, then
they're there, but they're not really doing anything. They were teased.
I can definitely see the point of view you're coming from. Maybe I'm just getting too critical with it, but another thing I didn't point it out because I wanted to save it for the pod. But when me and Isaiah were rewatching Across the Spider-Verse, we watched it the other day. You remember I saw a little bit of this theory on TikTok, and then it's a pretty good one. Me and Isaiah dissected it, and then so basically you remember when Miles, so the Indian Spider-Man, you know how his captain is supposed to die, but Spider-Man saves it and then stops that cannon event. And everything is collapsing because supposedly Miguel told him, when you break the cannon, the world starts disappearing.
Yeah.
Now the thing is, when it shows that, you see the spot, like when it's showing the Mumbattan in Spider India's world, like it showed destroyed by spot holes. Right. And then at the cannon thing, like when Spider-Man 2099 is showing them all the different Spider-Man and shit, we get the Andrew cameo, Spectacular Spider-Man cameo. How he went to how he swapped out himself with the version of himself who died so he can take care of that family.
Yes. Yeah.
And how that universe gets destroyed.
Right.
When he shows that universe everything glitches. Everything is glitching. Like it fades away. But in Mumbattan, Spot knows they were there. So what I'm thinking of, you haven't read Flashpoint comic, but essentially it's Reverse Flash going back in time, and literally just ruining Barry's life. Like, without him knowing, he's just like literally causing him every single trouble. And I think it could be like that with the Spot situation. Like, Spot is just ruining Miles, like trying to like, you know what I'm trying to get at. But yeah, I thought that was very interesting.
So, do you think Spot has had anything to do with Miguel's universe?
So no, that's the point. That's the difference. So when Miguel, that's why Miguel might be lying, because when Miguel breaks the canon, all of like the stuff is like glitching, fading away. But he like swapped, like he, there was another point to it, but he swapped universes with the take care of his other family, and then Miles just saved the guy, and then when there's like when you like see this, you remember you see Mumbai sinking into that black hole, and like they're like Miles is like they're blaming Miles for it. It's like spot holes. It's the Spot's powers. It's like black holes. And then when it shows Miguel's world, when he breaks it's like fading away super fast. Like it's all glitching away super fast. But with Mumbai, it was like slowly being sucked into these big holes. So I think the Spot is messing with Miles, trying to turn everybody against them. But I thought that was a pretty interesting theory.
I just don't know, because that building in that hole was glitching.
Yeah, it was glitching, but regardless, I mean, okay, it was glitching, but it wasn't fading away.
Right.
Like, it was glitching, but it stayed there. And Miguel's thing, it glitched and then disappeared instantly. But let's get back into our top 5 movies. We went on that for a while. Go on.
Well, I just want to say, Miguel never said that the actual universe, the universe that Spider-Man lived in was actually broken, right? He said that if they're lucky, they could fix it, or like, so maybe it's not fully to that extent where everything is going to disappear.
Now that actually, now that I'm thinking about that, I might support my theory a little bit more, because how come Spider-Man 2099 couldn't possibly save his, but they can possibly save Mumbai?
Because he broke too many canon events. He's been living in that for a while, right? So we don't know how long.
He only broke one. But
Was
it
that
was
said?
Like, it was. Yeah, so when he went to the different universe to take care of the family, when the one he died in, it breaks, it destroys everything. So he learns to never do it again. That's why he puts together the Spider Society, and that's why he's so mad about Miles and everything. But there could be some lying or manipulation behind him with the Spot. And I really like the Spot. I love how they make him a joke villain at the start, but he's probably one of the best, my favorite villains I've seen in the movie. He was funny, and then by the end of it, you're like, holy shit, how can they fight this guy? He can literally just kill everyone.
He's powerful as fuck. But what were you gonna bring up?
I'm very excited to see Beyond the Spider-Verse, but so your number 1 was Incredibles. What's your second favorite movie?
Across the Spider-Verse.
Both of ours seconds Across the Spider-Verse. What's your third favorite movie?
Into the Spider-Verse.
Into the Spider-Verse. That's fair. I don't know how you're gonna. Teen Titans Go to the Movies.
You're crazy.
Okay.
You just watch this random movie and then you're like, yeah, this is my favorite.
It came out 2018. It was years ago. Ever since I saw it in 2018, and it's always been like, oh yeah, that's like almost nearly a 10 out of 10 movie. It's funny the whole time, dude. All the there's a Stan Lee cameo in it, dude. The story they tell with Robin is so smart, man. It's just a really funny movie.
It's
one
good,
of those movies. It's one of those movies that like you go into it thinking like, oh, this is gonna be bad. It's a Teen Titans movie, but then you walk out of it and you're like, wow, that was pretty good.
Yeah, I mean it's good, but like it's a cartoon movie, and
the fight scene with Slade at the end is great. They're fighting him in the big robot. The songs in the movie are great too. You can't tell me the songs aren't good.
I don't know. I just remember the superhero movie song,
which is a great song.
Yeah, I've got it on all my Spotify playlists.
Of course. But anyway, what's your number 4?
My number 4 is The Dark Knight. So 3 of
Dark
my
Knight.
top 5 are superhero movies.
Is The Dark Knight your favorite DC movie?
Yeah.
Interesting. My number 4.
It's not very interesting. It's a lot of people's favorite DC movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I honestly like the Batman better. Not a lot better, but I enjoy the Batman better. I really like the Batman.
The Batman's my second favorite DC movie.
That's fair. But my 4th favorite is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. My favorite Guardians film. That's why I was so disappointed with the 3rd one, because I thought after seeing the 2nd one, I was really hyped for the 3rd one, and it just didn't do it for me. I know it's a lot of people's favorite Marvel movie, but it just...
I hear so many people hate the 2nd movie.
I don't know why.
Why do you love it so much? I'm excited to watch it now.
More people definitely love it than hate it. There's like 30% of people online who hate it, but the people who hate it are psychopaths. It is the funniest. It's the most entertaining Marvel movie. Like, there is shit going on the entire time, and it's all good. And the characters in the movie are all great. Like, all the Guardians are funny, and like, you got to watch the Guardians movie. We're gonna watch every MCU movie.
Definitely. But like, maybe I'm gonna agree with you, because I agreed with you on the Spider-Man 2 take. Spider-Man 2 was great.
Spider-Man 2.
The Amazing Spider-Man 2. It was great.
Yeah, I love that movie.
And so that was your number 5?
That was my number 4. What's your number 5?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Did you already give out your number 4?
Yeah.
All right. What's your 5?
My number 5 is The Truman Show.
The Truman Show. That is probably my 7th favorite movie. I love The Truman Show.
I love it. I love this story. Oh my god. I love stories like that. It's like, so this was an experiment, but like anything that's like kind of dystopian or something with like these secrets going on, you know? I love it. Like the concept of the Maze Runner. I like that a lot, even though I haven't I like the concept. I haven't really watched any of the movies. I've read some of the book though, like half of the first book, and that
the ending is so good. I love the ending.
To what? Truman Show?
The Truman Show, yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those movies that just leave you thinking for hours after, and it makes you want to take a break from movies and watching stuff after a while. I love it.
And he says his catchphrase at the end.
Oh my god, it's probably most definitely a 10 out of 10 movie. My number 5 is.
I love how the people actually cared about him. Like the father wanted to go back and see him, so he snuck in. Right? Isn't that what happened?
What are we talking about?
The Truman Show.
Oh yeah. It's been like a year. Oh my god, it's been like a year since we watched it. But is that what happened?
I'm pretty sure.
Was that staged? Was that real?
I think they wanted it to be staged after the incident happened.
We're definitely gonna have to rewatch it. But my number 5 is Friday the 13th, Part 6. Jason Lives. It's most people's second favorite movie, but it's my first favorite movie. It's great. I love the old classic horror movies.
You're hyping these up so much. I'm so excited to watch them.
Yeah, dude. You haven't seen a lot of amazing movies. But yeah. I love the old, not the cheesy bad ones, but the old good, somewhat good ones. Friday the 13th Part 6 is one of the best horror movies of all time. It's very good. Definitely I think it's the best Friday the 13th movie.
How many are there?
There is 12. Conveniently not 13.
Rank them. Actually, right. No, we'll save it for when I watch them.
That's fair.
You know, instead of watching the MCU movies, we can watch those and rank them.
We probably could. That would be interesting.
Because there's less movies.
But what I can tell you, Part 9 is definitely at the bottom. And then Part 6, 4, maybe 6 and 4 are definitely going to be near the top. But 9, probably the first and second one would be near the bottom. But most of them are phenomenal movies. That was our top 5.
Favorite horror movies?
What is Did you have any live action Marvel movies on your list?
I don't remember. Because I didn't put all the movies I've watched on my list. Obviously,
No.
There's still a lot I need to put on, but
what I was gonna I just wanted to ask, what's your favorite live action Marvel movie?
My favorite live action Marvel movie so far is No Way Home, because I haven't seen that many.
You like it better than Spider-Man 2?
Yeah. Well, actually, I thought you meant MCU movie. So
No, just Marvel movie.
Yeah,
Any
Marvel
live-action
movie,
Marvel
then
movie.
Spider-Man 2. Yeah.
That's fair.
Actually, yeah, Spider-Man 2. Iron Man is like, yeah, then it's No Way Home, then it's Iron Man.
I'm surprised we didn't talk about this sooner. We got, for the most part, a lot of people slandered us for our Blue Beetle opinion on our main channel. When we walked out of that when we walked out of that movie, we thought everyone was gonna hate it. We were like, oh yeah, that's the worst, one of the worst DC movies you've ever seen. And then everybody's loving it. Everybody's giving it 10 out of 10.
90% on Rotten Tomatoes for audience score.
And I'm pretty sure it's gotten, for like the first week, it had like higher scores than Spider-Verse and some stuff. It was ridiculous.
So
and I swear we're not racist or anything. Your family knows Spanish, and then we took Spanish classes throughout elementary schools. So like, for the most part, we were able to like understand the jokes, but that shouldn't be the point. We shouldn't have to be like related to the people to enjoy that. We can enjoy it more because of that, but the movie should still be good on its own regardless of the references and the jokes. And all the jokes in that movie were so bad. There was like one decent joke in the movie, but it was all so corny. But yeah, people have been hating on us for that.
Yeah, and I don't understand. Like, people have been saying that this movie the plot is completely like copy and pasted from the Ant-Man.
It basically is. You haven't seen Ant-Man, but I have, and it's not a copy and paste, but like all like the major elements that like move the plot is essentially from Ant-Man. It's a copy and paste from a bunch of other movies too, and of course everything's inspired off of something, and some things are just bound to be similar. But Blue Beetle was, I
can't get over how bad Victoria Court is. She is awful.
I can't believe you should have talked about the post-credit scene in your video.
Yeah, I forgot.
The lead, like I'm not sure if we talked much about this in the last episode or the episode before. The Ted Kord buildup was so bad. Like, me and you read the comics, we know who Ted Kord is and stuff. And then, so obviously for new people going into this movie, everybody wants a Blue Beetle too. Oh my God, I can't. That movie.
I'm gonna watch it when it comes out. It might be good.
That movie it is one of the worst movies I have ever watched.
Actually, it's probably not gonna come out if it doesn't. This movie has made like no money, even though everybody likes it.
I wish James Gunn just said Blue Beetle's not a part. I wish he just didn't say anything. I just wish he kept his mouth shut.
I wish he said "fuck Blue Beetle."
Exactly. We know he's probably not coming back. How much did the movie even make?
Hold on. Blue Beetle box office. $110 million. It hasn't even made a profit yet.
It's made $110 million total worldwide.
25,000 opening week. Oh God. I mean 25 million.
Ooh.
Oh no, it's made 48 million. Oh God.
Is that worse than the Flash? Is that more than the Flash?
That's much worse than the Flash.
Oh, yeah, that's not good.
84 million worldwide. That's still less than half the budget.
Why are they releasing Aquaman 2? It is gonna make $2 in the box office. I might be wrong. The first Aquaman made over $1 billion.
Really?
Yes. No, I don't know how.
No way. Aquaman Aquaman box office. I don't.
I'm not
believe this.
lying.
What?
I'm telling. Yeah, it's crazy, dude.
1.148 billion USD.
Did that come out before or after COVID?
Before, way before.
Yeah,
came out
like, that was-
2016, 2018. Never mind.
DC fans don't even go to see the movies anymore, dude. And then, I just don't imagine. Hey, you want to go see Aquaman 2? Like, I don't even like. We might go see it. I haven't even seen the first Aquaman.
Maybe
You've
I
seen
have.
it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have. When it came out, I saw it in Peru.
What'd you think?
I don't remember it, man. That was back in Peru. That was back. The last time I went to Peru was 2018.
Jesus. Yeah. What the fuck were we talking about?
We're talking about Blue Beetle.
Oh, the awful movie. Yeah. Oh my God, that was terrible.
That's all that needs to be said.
There is people actually. I think it's absurd. I think it's absurd to put this movie over The Flash. I think you're crazy if you think if you think The Flash is worse than this movie. The Flash is really good compared to Blue Beetle. And me and you both agree The Flash gets way too much hate.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't
was-
get a lot. It gets some hate.
It wasn't the
but
best movie, but it was good. I mean, it was all right.
The CGI definitely brought it down, but the concept was there. The movie was messy, but it was still a fun, entertaining movie.
Damn. 48 million domestic. That's so bad.
I'm surprised
So
it even
bad.
made that much.
No, I thought it was gonna make more, especially how many people saying it's great. Like, let me look at the reviews.
The same people the same people who think Blue Beetle's a 10 out of 10 are the people who think the Batman's a long and boring movie.
Yeah.
Oh, we made a poll about the Batman versus the Joker, which movie's better. Everybody in the comments were slandering the Batman.
Batman is
Like,
so
I don't get
good.
it.
I don't understand.
Yeah, the Batman is. The Dark Knight's probably a better overall movie, but the Batman is definitely like, when you think of a Batman movie, you're gonna think of the Batman. Like, the Dark Knight might have like a better story, like, you know, better villains and whatnot, but the Batman's Batman is Batman. Like, that
I
is
like
Batman.
the Riddler a lot too.
Yeah, the Riddler was a great villain. I like how he's usually such a goofy. Well, he's not really a goofy villain, but like, he's more of like taken as a joke in the comics and the shows. But like, they put a serious fucking tone on him in this movie.
So good. I want an action
it was
figure.
great. They had the giant one. You remember the giant one we saw?
Yeah, I remember. Oh, remember that? Remember the Dark Knight Joker figure that they had in that one comic book store at Myrtle Beach?
The what?
At the comic book store in Myrtle Beach. Remember that?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
The Joker figure?
The Heath Ledger Joker. Yeah, that thing was. Oh, they were so expensive.
Yes, it's so expensive, but I wish I
And
could.
I like how the cashier guy was telling us we asked about one. He was telling us the prices of ones that were like in the $1,000 ranges.
I asked how much the Dark Knight statue was, because they had this cool ass Dark Knight statue. So it was like $200. In my mind, I was like, oh, holy shit. and then I said like, oh, okay, thanks. And he was like, we also have that Batmobile one over there for $500. I was like, okay.
Oh my God.
Thank you. You're crazy.
Literally, dude.
But Blue Beetle has a 92% for audience score.
At best, it is literally a 5 out of 10. I think it's probably a 2 out of 10. I give it a 4 out of 10 because there's
2 out of 10. Okay, that's
yeah, okay,
probably
maybe that's a
outrageous.
little 3 out of 10. 3 out of 10 is probably what it should be, but it was hard. The movie's bad when you don't want to stay after for the post-credit scene. I did not want to stay after for the post-credit scene, and we stayed
Post-credit
after
scenes
for
were
both.
Not worth it.
And they were both awful. And I didn't.
What do you think the people in the back who were laughing rated it?
Those are the people giving it a 10 out of 10. Like, if you're I feel like if you're watching, like, I like being immersed when I'm in my movies, you know, like with Across the Spider-Verse, I watch it and I shut the fuck up, and then like I like dedicate my brain to only what's going on screen. With Blue Beetle, it was just like, what are they like? This is a snooze fest. I want to go to sleep. I'm in this nice comfy
Yeah, I saw you.
chair.
You looked so bored.
Yeah, no, I was miserable. I wasn't like miserable, but that movie was miserable. Go check out our Blue Beetle review on our main channel.
And oh my god, critics gave this an 80% on Rotten Tomatoes at least. On
Awful.
On what's it called? The other site, IMDb, it has a 7.
There's some people who probably think this movie's better than Spider-Verse.
Oh yeah, I mean, people are rating Spider-Verse like what, 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, and a lot of people rate this a 10 out of 10.
But yeah, everybody's giving. Oh my god, I don't understand, man. How does
Across the Spider-Verse Rotten Tomatoes? This movie has a 94% audience score. Thank you, Rotten Tomatoes. 95% critic score. That's great. It's better than Blue Beetle. Critics like this movie. Thank God.
What's TMNT Mutant Mayhem at?
I think it's lower than Blue Beetle. TMNT Mutant Mayhem. Rotten Tomatoes. 90%. Oh, actually, the critic score is higher. 97% critic score.
For
90%.
Oh, for TMNT?
TMNT. 90% audience score.
Hell yeah, dude. TMNT.
So the audience liked this less, but the critics liked it more.
Should we wrap up this episode?
How long have we been going?
Almost an hour.
Okay, well, in a second, what other movies can we look up? Hold on, I want to look at this on IMDb, because IMDb does it a little bit differently. IMDb, Blue Beetle. It's a 6.7 out of 10.
Well, what is?
On Blue Beetle on IMDb.
That should be lower, but yeah, 6.7. That's
61 on Metascore. Okay, so people have more sense on this. And then Across the Spider-Verse on IMDb, Across the Spider-Verse is an 8.8. A little low.
Yeah, that is a little low, definitely. Jesus.
And then TMNT Teenage. I gotta type it in. Oh no, it's right there. Right. Oh, 7.5. TMNT is on IMDb.
Definitely should be higher.
Uh-huh.
I wish people would, you know, I feel like so many people in the mindset nowadays, like you brought this up before, like, oh, it's just gonna be another kids movie, animated shit, I'm not gonna go watch it. But I just feel like everything's generally changed after COVID. Like
a lot of kids movies like are becoming like very fun to watch too.
Yeah, like I like the animation is like the new, like it is gonna be like the new thing. Like
yeah, animation.
These animated
has
movies
a lot.
are like like both Spider-Verse movies are like just way better than almost any single like live action superhero movie there is, and that is crazy. But you could just do so much more with animation.
Right. I love the animation in Spider-Verse and TMNT. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful.
So good.
I love the artistic choice for TMNT and Spider-Verse. But
I like go on.
Weren't you gonna say that TMNT's animation is better than Spider-Verse?
I don't think it is better, but like I think it is like I think they both have like their better things to it. Like for what you said, you don't like TMNT having like the weird character, you know, disfigured faces for the side characters. But I think it was like, you know, there's like, you know, if you notice, there were scribbles everywhere, and like I think that was like really to bring like the teenager feel, like a teenager drawing in a comic book or something. Like if a teenager was drawing, like, or like if someone of our age was drawing random like sketches of bad people, like, you know, you would make them ugly and disfigured.
I don't know why that's like a theme now of just like leaving the construction lines, because you see like the cross on the face in some shots, especially in Spider-Verse. Like I could see that pretty prominently.
Oh, I thought that was great though. Like when it's on the spot and everything. Like I thought it like it's
it
like
looks
really
so cool. It looks like a comic book. It looks so cool, but like I'm just like, why? You know? I guess that's an artistic choice. But
when we were, I forgot the point I was gonna make earlier, but it's whatever. But in Across the Spider-Verse, when we were watching it digitally, there was a few scenes that were different than the theatrical movies we saw. There were some lines that were in there, some ones that were cut out. There was like different Easter egg scenes and stuff. Like it was really, I really liked how they did that. That was neat.
Well, they're very small, like details you have.
But
to,
I like how it's like,
notice.
yeah. But well, I what I like about them though is like a lot of them are just like kind of isolate Miles more. So it's like if you're gonna rewatch it on like digital, you probably already know the twist. It like makes it stand out more that like Miles is like an anomaly. Geniuses.
Oh my
I'm so
god! It was
excited
the
for
movie
Miles.
was even better when I rewatched it.
That's so
Like
good.
as time went by, I was like, okay, maybe I gave it too high of a rating or something, and then I rewatched it. No, that's a 10 out of 10. That's so good.
Except for the ending. Ending.
I want to rewatch TMNT Mutant Mayhem.
Yeah, as soon as it comes out on digital, we got to show it to our friend who thought the trailer looked really bad and still hasn't seen the movie.
He's wrong.
Yes, he's definitely 100%
He's just
wrong.
plain wrong. Okay, actually, he didn't like the trailer. He thought it was stupid, and then I thought the trailer was the trailer was.
Yeah, I thought it was fine.
Yeah, I thought it would be maybe a little cringe, the movie, but I thought it was super good. So maybe it might be the same with FNAF.
Can we agree it was the funniest movie of the year, TMNT?
None of the movies I found that funny this year.
TMNT was hilarious. You heard me laughing, but probably the whole time. That movie was almost every joke was fucking hysterical.
Okay, but can it be Blue Beetle in funniest movie?
Of course not. Blue Beetle was so funny. I loved every joke in Blue Beetle. Oh my god.
Every joke had me laughing at the top of my fucking lungs.
I love shit jokes in the first 5 minutes. Oh my god, like that's what, like, as soon as the sister comes out and makes that shit joke about her shitting, I was like, this is gonna be fucking, oh my god.
The sister was fucking unbearable.
The worst.
First.
Oh my god. The uncle and the sister.
Where she gets shot and then
terrible.
she's like, ow.
It's bad, man.
She gets shot. I mean, she might have gotten like grazed by the bullet, but she's just like, ow. And then keeps fucking fighting. Like, what the fuck?
That's wild, bro.
Then you had the Stranger Things scene in Jaime's brain when he was getting TMNT milked.
Was that with the father scene?
Yeah.
I thought, yeah, I did, like, all that emotional stuff was just, like, when Jaime's running and he does, like, that jump leap thing with the father like, it's so goofy, bro. And
why?
It was
No, not why it's goofy, but, like, why was that in there? You know, like, why was he in his, like, mind?
Exactly. It's dumb.
Maybe I missed something. Or
No,
maybe it's just through the
didn't.
power
It
of
was just,
family.
It's stupid, and yeah. It was a bad movie, terrible movie.
I agree.
I want us. We need to get. We're planning on having we're getting some popular people on here. They may not know it, but we got some guests coming. Hopefully, we were supposed to have a guest on this episode, but
yeah, Mr. Beast couldn't. Mr. Beast couldn't join us. Sadly.
Jimmy couldn't. Our buddy Jimmy couldn't make it this week, but hopefully we'll have someone for you next week. I would love to find someone. I would love to have someone who loves Blue Beetle and discuss it on the pod to see why they liked it. But yeah, the thing is, like I've asked like in the comments and stuff. I reply to every comment. I'm in some like other servers and stuff. I asked people like what did they like about Blue Beetle, and it's just the same bot answer of, oh, it was so funny. Like it's all and again, I'm not racist at all, but just they just bring up the Latino representation and how funny the Latino stuff was, and they're just like, oh, you don't get it, and I'm like, I get it. It's just not fucking funny in the slightest. And it's the whole movie, and I get some movies are gonna be funnier than others, but it's just at least make it funny. I've said it before. Just if you're gonna do comedy, make it funny.
Yeah.
Blue Beetle was a terrible movie.
Oh my god.
But yeah, how
do people find that funny?
I don't know. Yeah, the main thing they just say, oh, it was so funny. Oh, the action was so great. Oh, the acting was so good. Oh, I'm so excited for part 2.
Action was all right.
It was it's all right, but like the coolest scene in the movie, the sword, when he like gets out the sword, he literally uses it for like 2 scenes, or probably not even that. Like they barely scratch the surface of what he can do at all, bro.
And I was saying like I wish they dived more into his powers, and
nope, you get half the movie about the family.
And
they don't have time.
Using his actual brain to think like a fucking superhero and shit.
Just
family. And then some guy in the comments was like, "Well, you're thinking of it from a Eurocentric point of view, because other people value family more." And I'm just like, okay, like okay, that's my opinion, man. Like, I don't care if you think it's Eurocentric or anything. Like, that's just what I prefer.
Mm-hmm.
And you can do family stuff and shit, and I can like that, but
if it's gonna be bad, the whole movie.
It was just bad in this movie.
Yeah, it was terrible.
I didn't like it in this movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm glad we're both in agreement that movie was the worst DC. Was this the worst DC movie you've ever seen?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I haven't watched much DC movies.
It is probably where you haven't seen the first Suicide Squad, but it is probably down there with the first Suicide Squad. It's probably down there with Man of Steel. But yeah, I'm really curious to see how
are any of those like so bad they're fun. Or
no.
they're just boring.
Batman v Superman is kind of like that, but that movie's like a Batman kills people, obviously. So that's no, and then that's the way. So in those movies, Batman's been Batman for like years, and like his Robins died and everything. I'm pretty sure. Like it's like a much more darker like tone. Like, you know how the Batman did a modern take on like if someone's parents died in this day and age, how they would act. They did a perfect representation, and they tried to do like the dark, edgier, killing Batman, mean Batman in those movies, and it was just really cool suit. It has a comic accurate Dark Knight Returns suit, but the Batman, and that was probably one of the worst live action Batmans. But yeah. A lot of them are just bad to be bad. But some people like them. Some people like them.
I've heard, didn't some people like Batman v Superman? Because I swear I heard somebody talking about it in a positive way.
Isaiah thinks it is the worst DC movie he's ever seen. From what I remember of it, I don't remember it being good. I remember it being a mess and just... but I don't remember it being as bad as people make it out to be.
I got a lot of movies to watch.
You do. Every week
I'm going to put all of it on my letterbox.
Yes. Oh, we'll put our letterboxes down in the description so you can follow us and check out what we think of.
Mm-hmm. Don't have much right now, but you do.
Yeah, I got quite a few movies. And then you can expand yours more. There's if you go on my profile, we've seen a lot of those similar movies. Yeah.
But I've been a busy man lately, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Editing,
School.
paying taxes, taking care of my family, you know.
Yes.
lifting the logs, the boats.
You know who did? You know who did?
God did.
God did. Should we end it right there?
No.
Just
All right. Well,
cut
thanks
off
for
at
watching,
God did.
everybody.
Thank you.
We'll see you guys in the next episode. Hopefully, we'll have somebody else on for that one.
Yeah, expect a
Might
guest
just
next
maybe.
week. We're gonna try our best to get somebody. If not the most popular, but very interesting person, you're gonna love to see and love to hear their opinions. We'll try to get more people with like me and Ryan think we're pretty sane people. Our IQ is pretty intelligent, so we think the same out of a lot of movies. We're going to try to get people who absolutely disagree and just hate our opinions on here, because that'll be really fun. But yeah, I really hope
Hopefully.
you enjoyed this week's episode.
Yep. And thanks for everyone for 20 subscribers. It's not much. And
Yeah.
especially because we have almost 4,000 on our main account. Have we reached 4,000 yet?
Yes, we've reached 4,000 today. Thank you.
Today.
Let's
Oh my
go.
God. 4K.
4,000 subs.
And already 4.30.
Let's go. 4,030 subs. Go check out the main channel.
We don't know. I don't know what to do.
Let us know what you guys. We only have interest in uploading the best content ever. So
There's a lot of stuff been going on with the channel lately. A lot of negative things, so we're dealing with that, and we're thinking of rebranding maybe and trying different things.
We're gonna change. We have some big videos in the works too. You got a really good Minecraft video planned. I got a good ranking video planned. So
Still in
hopefully,
scripting phases, but hopefully we'll get them out pretty soon.
hopefully all will go well. But
All right, well, yep. Thanks everyone for watching, and we'll
See you
see you
guys.
in the 8th episode.
Bye.